This is the incredible story of my great-grandmother, Odette Favard Perpignand. Odette Favard Perpignand was born on April 22, 1914, to parents Amy Nazan and George Favard. She was born in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, the nation's capital. She had one older sister, Georgette, who was 3 years older than her. Their mother passed away when they were young, and Odette and her sister went to live with their grandmother, Angel Laporte Nazan. Their father left Haiti to live in France, where he remarried, had 2 children whom Odette had never met, and died in World War II. Haiti has a rigid class system based on power, lineage, and education. Since France colonized Haiti in 1659, many Haitians have light skin from having both French and Haitian ancestors. Those of mixed descent make up the upper class, of which Odette's family was a part of. The lower class of people is made up of darker-skinned people who primarily make a living from working for the upper class. When America began to occupy Haiti in 1915, a middle class was born, which was comprised of those in military and defense. After the death of their mother, Odette and Georgette grew up in a home surrounded by cousins with whom they had a very close relationship with. One thing that Odette valued above everything else was family. In 1940, at 26 years old, Odette married Henry Perpignand, a military general. He was also born in Port-au-Prince and would have a major impact on the rest of her life. They were married for 18 years and had 11 children, all of whom reached adulthood. They are Edward, Robert, Gladys, Henry Jr., Evelyn, Ella, Maud, Guy, Claude, Gilbert, and Michelle. Since Henry was a high-ranking military officer, he was often away from home, leaving Odette to the full-time job of raising their children. In 1957, Papa Doc Duvalier was elected as Haiti's president, which led to a series of events that would divide the nation and the Perpignand family forever. Under Duvalier's regime, he began to exile those of the upper class, including many high-ranking officers, seeing them as threats. Odette's husband, Henry, was one of these people. Exiled, he left for Miami, where he met Captain Alex Pesquet and Lieutenant Philippe Dominique. These 3 Haitian men, along with 5 American soldiers, fled Miami to seize the army barracks near the palace. Duvalier, getting wind of their plans, rallied his supporters and killed all 8 rebels. They murdered Henry Perpignand and dragged his dead body through the streets of Port-au-Prince as an example for others who wanted to overthrow the Duvaliers. At 44 years old, Odette was left a widow with 11 children to look after. Immediately after the horrific and untimely death of her husband, Odette was left to protect her young children. Duvalier made it his mission to find any other people who he considered enemies of the country. One day, Odette's neighbor, an Italian man named Solemben, knocked on their front door and warned the family of Duvalier's plan to bomb their home. It was at this moment that Odette decided that she and her family needed to go into hiding. She split up her children, sending them to live with relatives. The boys went to live with Henry's mother, while the girls went to aunts and cousins. Odette tried to leave the country numerous times, but Duvalier revoked their passports, as he did for anyone he deemed an enemy of the country. During this time, many Haitians were being sent to jail for treason or disappearing under mysterious circumstances. France, becoming aware of this situation in Haiti, offered Odette and her family asylum and protection. However, they would have to give up their Haitian citizenship in exchange. Odette declined, saying that Henry had died for their country, and revoking their citizenship would betray his memory. Six years after Henry's death, the husband of Odette's oldest daughter was granted permission to leave the country, and he brought Odette and her family to America. In 1964, the Perpignand family came to a land of opportunity, New York. Odette, her daughter Gladys, Gladys's husband Claude, and Claude's family all resided in Richmond Hill, Queens. All of the other children came to America at different points over the next 20 years. Odette never had a job in her life. Instead, she devoted her time to taking care of the family while the men went to work. Because of this, most of her descendants all grew up together as siblings, creating a strong family bond. In 1981, Odette moved from Richmond Hill to Jamaica, Queens. Here, she lived in a 3-family home and continued to care for her children and grandchildren. For the next 25 years, she was surrounded by love and family. On October 15, 2006, Odette passed away peacefully at the age of 92. Today, Odette has 25 grandchildren, around 25 great-grandchildren, and numerous great-great-grandchildren. She left behind a legacy of love and family, and even though she is no longer here with us, her spirit lives on through the amazing stories and memories we have of her. If I have learned anything from doing this research on my great-grandmother, it would be the importance of family history and how special it is to honor our ancestors. May they rest in peace.